Previously on the epic family road trip, we met up with our friend Chad from Living the Van Life in beautiful Moab, Utah. We hit the trails together and had an amazing adventure in the Moab backcountry. This week we drive north and stop in at Kevin, Sarah, and Caroline's place from Lifestyle Overland.
Hey, we are smoking. I got 2 big pork shoulders in here and a little tiny brisket in here. And we haven't done any smoking on our Traeger since we've been at the island. And so this isn't my Traeger, this isn't my place. This is actually Kevin and Sarah's place from Lifestyle Overland, and they are down in Tennessee, but they've invited us to kind of use this place from time to time if we're ever in Utah as kind of a halfway house, a place to put our feet down inside for a little while and use as an address for shipping, which as a full-time traveler, that is always a challenge. And we have so many things that we have made as a need list. We need another camera, or we need parts for a camera, or Pelican cases for our cameras, or whatever it is. We had quite a list, and so being able to use a place like this is very handy. And every day Amazon is showing up with more products, so we'll be here for a couple of days. Also, things like dental appointments. Pete actually needed an emergency root canal the other day, and so we raced from here all the way into Salt Lake City. Thankfully, a dentist was able to take us in, a specialist on root canals, and we got that done. One of our laptops went down recently and just stopped booting up, and we were able to go to Salt Lake City to an Apple store and get that fixed. So we have been busy here doing all kinds of those things that just kind of pile up when you're constantly moving and unable to get access to a place like this. So Kevin and Sarah from Lifestyle Overland, thank you so much for letting us hang out here. Even though you're not home, it's even funner when you're home. And yeah, so we don't know, it'll be another couple of days while we wait for packages to come in. So while we're here, we're smoking some meat, because that's something we missed on the road. We can't really tow a smoker around with us in the Jeeps. And right now, Pete and Dan and Carol and I are going into town here to grab some breakfast. Caroline's still sleeping Saturday morning. Let her sleep in, but we're gonna go for breakfast in town, and then we're gonna take Lando for a walk. We just had a delicious breakfast with the adventure guys, and there's a little river walk apparently. There's a sign to it, so we're gonna go check it out, take a walk, and get some exercise after breakfast.
Where is it?
Alright, today we're heading into Salt Lake City to run some errands. Every once in a while you got to get off the trail and get into a city to get things done. For instance, we've got a laptop that's broken, the screen. You know, they take a bit of abuse being on the trail all the time. We have ordered some Pelican boxes to protect them from now on, but yeah, so the screen's down, so we're going to go to the Apple store and get that repaired, or have it sent in to be repaired. We're going to go to REI and pick up just a few little things we need, and then hopefully meet up with Equipped, with Paul from Equipped. They're based out of Salt Lake City here, so that's going to be fun to see his shop and all the stuff he carries.
Once we dropped off the computer for repairs at Apple, we headed over to the Equipped headquarters.
Alright, we're at Equipped now in Salt Lake City, and we're going to go say hi to Paul and just check out some of his stuff. He's got a really neat showroom, and what they do is they equip overlanders with things like fridges and awnings and tents and all kinds of stuff. So let's go check them out. All right, we're here at Equipped, and they have alu boxes by the hundreds. These things are amazing. We've been using our alu box for years, and they are waterproof. They just got bear proof rating. Yeah, we're gonna get more of these. It's a good place to keep food when you're in grizzly country, but they're so waterproof you can actually keep camera gear in there and put it on the rooftop of your vehicle if you want. But yeah, they're the North American distributor for alu box, Easy On tents, Goose. They're Utah distributor for Goose Gear and the Hawk pop-up camper. So I'll show you around a little bit. They also are a distributor for all the AT Overland campers that go in the back of different vehicles. Really good stuff.
I saw that on Instagram. I was like, oh man, we're just missing.
From Salt Lake City, we began the journey 400 miles north to Montana.
Alright guys, we're actually in Idaho heading north. We had a bit of a change of plans. We were planning on staying in the Moab area in Utah for quite some time, but we've been putting a lot of thought towards what we're doing over the winter. And as you know, we've been looking at a lot of different options for our vehicles. And so we're as of now, the plan is we're sticking with the Jeeps, which we're very happy about. But we've found an option that we want to tell you a lot more about later. But what that requires is that the Jeeps are going to be down for a couple of weeks getting some work done on them later in December. And so in order to, as full-time travelers, we can't just leave the Jeeps for 2 weeks and then we won't know where we wouldn't have a place to live in the meantime. So what we're doing is we're driving north to Montana, back to the X hangar, X Overland, Clay and Rochelle's. Alright, so we spent the night here in a little town in Idaho. This area is called Lava Hot Springs, and it's cold and rainy and it's supposed to snow a little later on, so we're gonna check out the hot springs and see if we can warm up. Looks like a really neat area. Alright, this has been a perfect break from the road, soaking in 105-degree water, mineral water, so it's just soaks right into your muscles and soothes your sore back or whatever you have from the long road. We're just staying up the road at a KOA cabin. We were going to camp last night, but we got in so late, so we're going to head back there and make some dinner, and we'll take you with us as we head north to Montana. Gotta let Lando get his exercise before a big run, right? Or a big drive. Lando, he's looking for the ball, which is right here. Ready? Good boy. Hang on. Good fella. Yeah. One more run? One more run, buddy? What do you think? You wanna go? You wanna get the ball? Ready, steady, go get it. All right, we had a great night's sleep. We took shelter in that cabin over there. We're in Lava Hot Springs area. It was great to soak in those amazing mineral hot springs last night. And now we're getting back on the road. We are heading north. We're doing a 4.5-hour drive today to get us up to Bozeman, Montana. We left a bunch of gear at Clay and Rochelle's from X Overland, and we need to pick it up, kind of do a swap of our gear, get some more winter clothing and drop off some summer stuff. We might even ship that back to Ontario. So yeah, that's the plan today. Come with us. We're heading north. Hey guys, we are back in Montana. We're in the snow again. We're up at the X hangar. This is the X Overland headquarters, and we're here to pick up some stuff that we left here when we took off out of here. I don't know, when was that? The end of the summer, before we headed to Colorado, and because we have more gear than we can carry in our Jeep, so Clay and Rochelle were nice enough to let us store some stuff here. And so we're just going through that, trying to decide what we need for the next part of our journey and what we can leave behind, and we might ship some of it back to Ontario maybe. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're also we got a chance to get a sneak peek of the Alaska series, which is being edited right now. That's when the boys went up there this summer with X Overland, and I've seen the rough cut of episode 1 and 2 so far, and they are awesome. I can't wait till that comes out. It's going to come out in the new year, so keep your eyes open for that. And right now the Baja series is playing on YouTube, and it's episode 4 was last night, and I really enjoyed watching that. Can't wait for next week, Thursday night, for episode 5. But yeah, we're only going to spend a couple of days up here in Montana and then crank it back down south before it gets too cold, and probably do some exploring in Arizona. But for now, yeah, we got some stuff to pick up. Also, our Red Arcs equipment has arrived. We're really excited about that. We're not going to be able to install it right now because we have a big phase 2 build planned for both Jeeps this winter, but Red Arc's going to be a big part of that, getting our electronics all up to speed so that it can handle the demand. So solar panels, the works. So we're gonna probably either take that with us or ship it down to a shop. I think a lot of the work's going to be done in Oklahoma at our friends Exploration Outfitters. Those are the folks, Matt and his team. They built both of our Jeeps for us, so we'll probably ship the Red Arc stuff down there. But in the meantime, yeah, we're getting kind of reshuffling everything for the next part of our journey. All right, after a couple of days of sorting, Carol doing most of the sorting, we've ended up with, we bought 2 totes, which we're gonna, full of gear that we're gonna leave here for now. We've got these Fieldcraft mobility bags. This one will be Caroline's stuff. There's me, Dan, Pete, the smaller bags. We're just getting down to the bare minimum of what we need. And then that one has medical supplies. And then we have these 4 boxes full of stuff that's going to stay here as well. And we're going to pack them up so that they could be shipped to us wherever we happen to be. So that's kind of the situation. We've got our Red Arc stuff over there, and here another Fieldcraft mobility bag that we use for being mobile and carrying the stuff we need. So yeah, we have a couple of these guys full of med supplies, which are going to end up in the med bag over there. So we're starting to get it under control. I'll take you outside and show you what's going on out there. Took a walk through the field back here where we all summer were throwing the ball for Lando, and we kept losing them, and found about 8 or 9 good chuck-it balls, so that's gonna be fun. And Carol's going through the kitchen, all the pantry items, and just taking what we need, sorting it, finding the best way to pack it in. You can see why we need a little more space, but we're doing the best with what we have here. Trying to fit everything into 2 Jeeps plus 5 people and a dog is quite challenging, of course, but that's part of the part of living on the road. We don't want to go to too huge of a vehicle because then it restricts us from where we want to go. So right now this is our best option, but we're looking at some pretty cool things for the Jeep. One of them is called the JXL, which puts an extension on the back with a pop-up camper and extends to 15 inches off the back. So anyway, more about that later. Sun Oven sent us a really cool solar oven, which we can't wait to use. The only challenge right now is size, storage. Not sure where to put it, but we want to take it. Might put it up on the top of Worsley's rack there. So yeah, we're just packing and packing, trying to get everything into 2 Jeeps. That's the challenge, and that's what we're working on. Got to get the fridge back in here, and then our fire reflector slides in here. So that's what we're up against right now.
Stay tuned for next week's episode of the Epic Family Road Trip as we take you along on an awesome adventure with Sean from the Story Till Now in the backcountry of Moab, Utah, and introduce our new addition to our overland rig setup.